Every MOBA has one, so it's no surprise that Paragon have announced Wukong, the Monkey King. Wukong, who is of the Affinities Order and Corruption, used to be traveling companions with Feng Mao. When Wukong became too much to handle, Feng Mao trapped him in a cave and left. 100 years later, Wukong is free and on his way to Agora to resume aggravating Feng Mao. Wukong is a deadly and elusive melee carry capable of farming faster than any other hero. Let's take a look at his abilities. Control Aggression is Wukong's E, a passive ability that grants bonus CP to a random minion in the area upon last hit. The ability can also be toggled. Doing so swaps between offensive and the defensive stance. Staff of Legend is Wukong's right mouse button. It extends his polearm, which he uses for basic attacks. In the offensive stance, your polearm deals damage and pushes enemies back the length of the staff. In the defensive stance, Wukong plants his staff and launches himself into the air with a directional jump. So both abilities can be used as a form of escape and be played defensively, but they also both have offensive aspects. You can displace an enemy, pushing them into a bad position, and with his directional jump you can dive into the enemy's backline to take out heroes like FaZe. Cloudwalker, Wukong Square is another passive ability. It grants the Monkey King a double jump, which is bound to his spacebar. While in the offensive stance, the jump will end with a slam into the ground, which deals damage and slows enemies. And while in the defensive stance, he is able to walk on air following the double jump, which is going to be extremely useful for escaping. Think about a fight at the river. He could double jump and then just walk to where the gold buff is or any elevated part of the map. 84,000 hairs is Wukong's ultimate. When Wukong strikes a minion, hero or structure, he will create a clone of himself. The clone cannot move and deals damage in a radius around itself. Damage dealt by clones is based on percentage of Wukong's damage. I think the ultimate will combo well with a Deca cage because heroes are not going to stand still while a clone does damage to them. They're going to run, but if you trap them in a cage when they have no way out, and the potential to combo with Wukong's offensive Cloudwalker, which slows enemy heroes, would mean they take more damage as they try to escape the clones. It also makes it more risky for a support to run up to their allies to pop something like Quenching or Honor the Pure. If there are a lot of clones, then you could be looking at some serious damage depending on the scaling. Now, is Wukong a safe lane carry? I'm not so sure. When you look at the current meta, you want your carries to have a form of burst, like Revenant has his Q, Sparrow has her ultimate, and Twin Blast has his grenades and rapid fire, but Wukong, I don't really see it. We only have to look at Serath, who was also considered a melee carry, to see that she is now played almost always as an offlaner, and to be fair, Epic never said she was a safe lane carry, so I guess you can play her in the offlane, and the same goes for Wukong. Yes, you won't benefit from his passive too much at the start because you'll struggle for farm, but as you start to split push, you'll get lots of CP quite easily and should be able to catch up or even get ahead. I find it quite interesting that Wukong's Staff of Legend is similar to that of Yin's Windburn. They both extend the range of their weapon, allowing them to hit things from a further distance, but while I agree that melee carries definitely need to be able to hit things from a distance, they nerfed Yin's Windburn into the ground and now she's rarely played, and yet I feel like a lot of future melee carries are going to potentially have the same problem. Wukong could also be potentially played in the jungle because of his passive granting bonus CP on minions, although I have no idea if the passive even works on minions in the jungle and how good his clear will be. What do you guys think? Where will you be playing Wukong? I'm pretty excited for Wukong, another offlane hero I can play, and I like this stance switching mechanic. It means you have to make the right choice to switch stance and use the right ability, creating a higher skill cap and potential for outplaying. I hope you guys enjoyed this brief look at the new hero. Let me know what you think of Wukong in the comment section below. Smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed, subscribe for all the latest Paragon content, and until next time guys, peace.